telephone just to tell me, baby, that you're home alone. Should I come over just to give the dog a bone for just one night? For just one.
From there, things kind of go kaput. You end up moving back down
I moved
here?
back to Oakdale
Oh,
with my
okay.
tail between my legs. My father gave me a job working at his car dealership, and I joined a band in Oakdale right away.
Yeah.
I found this guy who was so talented, and he said, "Come on, let's do it." And man, we started, and I played, and with him up until like all the way through 1980.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of 1980, I was doing drugs, and I went to treatment and quit using. And I got in trouble, and you know, I mean, that was a precipitous event that I got arrested while I was driving, and then my lawyer said, "Why don't you go to treatment?" So I went to treatment.
Yeah.
But then when I got out of treatment, they sent me to a halfway house in Omaha, and the first thing I did was find whoever could play the music, and we started writing and playing music. So
Yeah.
I was up there doing that. That's when I became a counselor and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I kept playing music, and I was playing in bands the whole time and recording and with people. And I bought a really nice tape recorder, then I moved back to Louisiana. That was in Omaha, and I went to Omaha and Oklahoma City, and then I came back to Louisiana, to Baton Rouge, and I joined a cover band in Baton Rouge like in 1982.
Gotcha.
And played there in that cover band. We played mostly in South Louisiana at a bar in Buras.
Okay.
But every weekend for
Yeah, it
2
was steady.
years.
Yeah.
We were the band, and that was really great. And then I moved to New Orleans, and I quit that band. And I started just writing and playing with other people,
Yeah.
and doing talent shows and open mics and things like that.
Everything.
Around. I played at the what's it called? The Neutral Ground.
Mhm.
You know, that place where they have a lot of people get to play there. It's really cool. We played there a lot, and I met a bunch of musicians and just played. And then of course I quit and went on the road and decided that I was going to go back to school at Loyola, and that's when I dug in.
Yeah. Your time, I wanted to ask you back up a little bit. And where was it at in Tennessee that you had moved to? With
Memphis.
Okay, Memphis. When you had moved to Memphis, prior to that, did you, what was the, if you don't mind me asking, what was the drug use like? Was it just casual because you were on campus when you met that guy, right?
Yeah, I drank. I drank beer. And
Right, so it was nothing, but it kind of got like exaggerated living together with them, trying to make it happen, and
Where
in Nashville?
In Memphis.
Memphis, sorry.
Well, no. What happened was the saxophone player and clarinet. We had a saxophone player that could play flute and clarinet.
Yeah.
Terry Langley. If you're out there, Terry, call me. I think he's still alive.
Yeah.
But he was fantastic. But he introduced me to needles and methamphetamine.
Oh, it got that serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it got to the point where I couldn't, I didn't think in my mind that I could play if I didn't have it.
Gotcha.
And it led up to the point where I missed one gig at this hotel that we were playing at for a week.
Sure.
And the manager didn't like it. I guess he must have liked me. Or maybe he thought he wasn't getting what he was paying for. I wasn't there for one night, but he threw a fit about it. But I was there the next night.
Mm-hmm.
But the band, and I quit for 30 days because of that. I just stopped.
Yeah.
But then I slowly, gradually started back again.
Sure.
And it got bad again. And then the bass player for the band left with his girlfriend. And then Quentin wanted to keep it together, but then we got another bass player, and then he left because he wanted to go be a brain surgeon, which he is now.
Wow.
And but so it was just me and Quentin there, and it was like, what was the point? So I came home.
Yeah.
You know.
That's probably, it's probably got to be a fine line to walk to remain deeply entrenched in music, but also sober, as opposed to any other occupation you could pick on earth, because it just seems like they go hand in hand. It's just one is always around the other, you know.
Right.
So I'm sure it's not been easy. And so was that kind of the tipping point for you, where you started missing, or you started to realize how it was affecting your music?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, I got sober, so.
Yeah, but I mean that was the start, at least the genesis for you making a change in your life. It was something. It was a revelation to you that something's wrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. And then you moved back down here, and
And I was a counselor.
yeah, okay.
And
Well, that
but I
makes
was playing
sense.
music on the side. I was in bands the whole time.
Yeah,
And then I moved to New Orleans. I got hired to run a program out at River Oaks.
okay.
I worked out there for a while, and then I moved to Slidell and ran a program over there with the same doctor that I was with over here. He and I
Sure.
are still good friends.
And this must have been like a real stable time in life, because it was the longest stretch so far,
yeah.
right?
It was
12
great.
years. Yeah.
It was great.
As far as musically, how do you feel like your life was going on the music side of things for that span of 12 years? Because, I mean, the focus had been shifted.
It was good. I was
Slightly.
writing stuff.
Okay.
I'm real happy about what I was doing.
Sure.
I mean, because I was creating. You
Yeah.
know, I was not idle.
Mm-hmm.
My spare time was spent at that tape recorder playing my guitar and doing multi-track recordings and
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah. Did you, were you in the pursuit of a band, a full band at that time with gigs and things, or was it more of...
No, I was in a band.
So, okay.
But for a while, but when I moved to New Orleans, I wasn't in a formal band for a while. But then I found some people that were in recovery, who I'm still friends with all of them, and we formed a band.
Oh, cool.
And we played a lot of dances, recovery dances, and retreats and things like that.
That works.
And that was a lot of fun. And then we played rock and roll a few times,
Nice.
and that was fun.